The first thing that I would change is I would give everybody access to music.
I just wish the world wasn't so screwed up. I turn on CNN and I get depressed, you know. I mean, I see some little poor kid who has nothing to eat. That's what I'd change, of course. Who am I? But that it doesn't make sense that people are unhappy, you know, and they really shouldn't. And I would hope that things would get straightened out in the Middle East and all the other stuff.
Yeah, I would feed all the people not having food on their table. If I could snap my hands, especially the children. I have a kid myself, so that's why to get food on the table for everybody who's not having it.
Freedom, first culture.
It's the old cliche, why can't we all get along? I think acceptance and tolerance are probably the two things that I think that people just need to. If you could just instill that in everybody, intolerance of all their cultures, and I think one of the things of traveling around the world, the globalization of having experience and understanding of other cultures and people, religions, and languages, whatever it is, we're a long way to go, but I think tolerance is probably the number one.
I think it would be tolerance. And when I say that, I mean tolerance of people being able to be different without being persecuted or without being judged. So I feel like, if I can snap my finger, that would happen. There'll be no more wars or no more, controversy as far as this culture and that culture or this race and that race. So that's probably the most important thing I would change. Everybody have equal amount of money.
I would say to bring the Oreo cookie blizzard over to Germany so I can have something to eat when I'm over here.
First thing that comes to mind is that the last second field goal by New England goes wide by an inch. Of course, I'm not going to change too much in the world, but it would change for me. But otherwise, peace on earth always comes to mind.
Wow, it's a big question. Right now, with all the fighting going on and the war and terrorism and stuff like that, I'd end that. I think that it has a big impact on people's lives, a lot bigger than football does. So, I think ending a lot of the fear that people have of fighting and terrorism would be the one thing I could change. If we have the right people in charge, people will follow them. So if we get good moral leaders in the right spots, they'll lead the people in the right directions.
Environment.
Stop all the wars.
Get rid of war, man. Do you know what I mean? It's not good. It's not good. I think that's the most obvious thing, especially right now.
Put a smile on everybody's face. Make everybody content with where their lot in the world is.
That's a hard question. If I could snap and change one thing about it, it'd probably be the violence in the U.S. If we cut back on a lot of the violent things, then it'd just be a better place to live in. And I think that's the most important aspect of life. Being able to be around people without worrying about if anything's going to happen to you. So if I could do anything, it'd be cut back on the violence. And achieving that goal, it's hard. We have so many hard-headed people out in the world. No matter how many good people you have, there's always going to have that one bad egg that's going to come and try to spoil everything. So it's just something that's going to take a lot of time. It's improving over the last years, but, we still have a long ways to go.
I don't know. It's a lot of things in the world that could probably change. I wouldn't want to just change it on one snap, but I don't know. It's a lot of stuff. It's kind of a hard question to answer right now on the spot.
Probably the terror and the wars. Just stop all the wars. Everybody have fun and just go out and do their own thing and be peaceful. Bring more peace to the world.
Just peace.
just peace. I mean, with what we have seen, I mean, we have firefighters here today that were at Ground Zero in New York. We had the tragedy in Pennsylvania and Washington on the same day. You know, I turn on the TV and see what's happening in Jerusalem. We have to get to a point where we get along, and we have to get to a point where we stop killing people who are fathers or mothers or babies or sisters or brothers. I mean, we got to know that we can walk the street and be safe, and know that just that we're all meant to get along. We can have differences, but there's got to be a way to solve them. And you know, it has been very, very difficult for all of us since September 11th. And I know, like I said, when I watch what's going on in Jerusalem, and I was just watching it before I come over here. I mean, you know, here's the Church of the Nativity. That should never be under fire. You know, regardless, there should be respect. If you believe in it, great. If you don't, respect it. Just like everybody should respect everybody's beliefs. So just peace. Just get us to a point where we can all get along together and live. You know, Americans don't want to see anything happen to anybody. I mean, it's, you know, when we woke up on September 11th, we were living our lives. And what happened after that changed all of us forever. And changed our children forever. And their children. And it shouldn't be a part of our lives. I don't want to preach to people what to do, but find something that you believe in and something that brings you peace. You know, I have a problem with people that say that they read certain things and it tells them to go to war. I don't believe that. I think, you know, when you read the Bible, it's about peace and it's about love and it's about believing in something. And it's about tolerating others if they have different beliefs, which is fine.